Hey there, it's Terra Milo here, and Zoom has just updated all of their settings for privacy controls, which is actually really cool. So I wanted to show you a couple of options in the way that I set up my Zoom account. I use it for screen sharing with my clients, and so if that's how you use it, or just to communicate with people and talk to people and connect, these are some good settings to have in place. So I logged into Zoom on my browser and I went to settings over here on the left. And we'll just scroll down. Some of these things are automatic. These are the new settings and we can't change them. But if you look down here, you'll see that the password is embedded in the meeting link. So even though there is a password system in place now so that people can't join your meeting, what was happening was people were broadcasting on Zoom and someone would just guess the link and they would be able to join and they could share their screen, and they were taking over people's Zoom meetings just by guessing the numbers of the link. So this makes that not possible. So what happens now is if somebody types in the link, they'll have to enter a password. Normally, your clients are not typing in the link. They're going to click on the link that they get from you and they're able to join. And that's what's happening here. The password is embedded in the link. So they don't have to know your password. If they do have to know your password, I suggest changing it to something easy. This isn't going to be my password, but change your password to something easy so that if they're chatting with you or if they're like, hey, I can't get in, you can just pop it over to them. So that's one of the settings, and these are all locked, which I think is fine. They're doing the best they can to protect us all, which during this crazy time, which is cool. You can mute participants upon entry, which might be a nice feature if you're getting spammed, if you feel like that's important. I don't do that because I'm teaching technology and people feel overwhelmed already, so I don't want them to have to do something extra. I allow screen sharing, but if you don't want to allow screen sharing, you can turn this off and say host only can share their screen. It's helpful in the work that I do, but it's not something that's necessary for everybody. You can have breakout rooms. Virtual background is kind of fun. It's kind of kooky and weird, but you might offer that as an option for people. And then the other thing that is going to increase your security is having a waiting room so that people can't join your meeting before the host joins. So you might just turn that on if that isn't currently on. I turned this one on, join from a browser, just in case people don't want to download the app. I think that's fine. This is a new thing that I just saw today to allow live streaming, which is pretty cool. I'm going to test that out. Would be really nice if we could all live stream on Facebook without paying extra for it. Oh, that'd be so fun. Okay, so now I want to show you what this looks like. So I've invited my friend to join a meeting with me, and we'll see if she has to enter a password. So hang on real quick. Okay, so I have my Zoom meeting open and ready to go. Now I'm going to send her a link and invite her. This is my personal meeting ID. So I'm going to hide this from you guys, but I can see that it's my personal ID. So I'm going to copy the URL and I'm going to come over here and send it to my friend on Facebook. There are some other fun settings. If you click that settings wheel, you'll be able to see some settings here in the app. I clicked this one to touch up my appearance. We'll see what that does. I don't know. These are good things to test. Come in and test your microphone. Here's where you can upload your virtual background if you want to do that. I find it a little goofy. See, it's so weird. Oh, I'm a little softer. So that touch-up appearance thing just made me softer. That's nice. I don't mind. It looks like you were hanging out in the waiting room. It didn't ask you for a password. It just asked you to enter your name, and then it let you write in.
It's never done that before.
So the other option that we have is when you press manage participants, you'll see the people who are in the waiting room. So you have to let them in the waiting room. And then if you click more down here in the bottom right corner, there's a checkbox for put participants in waiting room. So you can uncheck that because that was confusing even for me. And then after everybody's in the meeting, you can lock it, and now no one else can join, which is going to add an extra layer of security. So, didn't have to put a password in, it was automatic in the link. She had to put her name in, but I've seen that before, so I don't know. So that's it. Those are some good updates from Zoom to help us be more secure. It's super easy. She got the link and the password was included with the link. So she just clicked it once, entered her name, and the password was already there. The only thing that happened that I didn't love was that she was put into a waiting room. So I'm going to turn that off now because that was confusing. I was sitting here like, is she coming? And she was waiting for me. So I'm going to turn off the waiting room feature. And the rest of it is fine. It's working exactly as it did before. So they've added an extra layer of security, but it's not going to change the way it works for you or your clients. We can keep using Zoom. They're keeping us safe, and it's all good. And if you liked this, you can follow me on Facebook. I give lots of tips about technology and marketing all the time. So you can follow me there, and I'll see you soon.